What's going on, guys? This is a little bit of a different setup than I normally have. I was filming another video before this, but I have a revamped version of the viewer suggested series, and this time me and you will be ranking the music that is sent in by the donators. So stick around for a second because I'll explain what we're doing right here. So here we go. This is all of the music that has been sent in to me so far on the viewer suggested series. As you might see, some of you guys will have your suggestions up on this page here. So far, the best song, in my opinion, has been the Supertramp track that has been sent in by Thomas. It was called School. It was a very cool progressive rock track. Now, moving forward, what I'll be doing is doing the same thing and ranking all of the new music sent in on this tier system, with S of course being the top and all the way at the bottom with I think it's bad. And you guys will be doing the same thing. What I'll be doing in the comment section down below after every single one of these videos is taking note of what you guys think of each track and adding them to your own tier list, which is down here, and we'll compare and contrast what I thought of the tracks with what you thought of the tracks, and we'll do this at the start of every new episode of viewer suggested songs. So what I'll need from you guys is, as you listen to a song, think of a tier that you would put it in. Is it an A tier, a B tier, a C tier, an S tier, whatever it may be. You think it's not your cup of tea, and I'll take the average rating for all of these comments that you guys have. Hopefully it'll add some more interesting commentary, because I think some of the best stuff on this channel is honestly from you guys in the comments. So here we go into the first track of the two songs we'll be covering today. Here we go. The first track is sent in by Ziggy, who is a very cherished member of the community here. I'm sure some of you guys are quite familiar with her comments left often on this page. This is Rocky Mountain Way by Joe Walsh. Here we go. I like the sound of this. Great groove on this thing. The imagery that this track has so far is like of I think they're called like honky tonk bars down south, right? I learned about that word from a Doors track, I think it was, and it's everyone's drinking, everyone's having a good time. Some people won't be sleeping by themselves tonight. That's the vibe that I kind of got. Like, you can hear glasses clinking in the background. Let's back this up a little bit. I like the distortion on the voice. Okay, one of the coolest parts of the track. First, it's got a great groove to it. I really like that. It's got, I don't know what would be the word. Is it funky? Is funky the right word to describe it? Whatever it is, it's got this like fantastic tempo to it. You can really get into this kind of, I think it's created by the guitar, if you ask me, the whatever that part is. And then is the effect that they've put on the dude's voice. I think his name is Joe Walsh. It's this brilliant kind of distortion or even an echo that's put in his voice. It makes the whole thing sound so much cooler. Good line. Reminds me a little bit of Stevie Ray Vaughan. Wow, wow, wow. Distorted guitar, I think. That's those talk vocals. Is that what they're called? Where you put that thing in your mouth? I've seen a lot of like, is it like George Clinton is his name? Like Funkadelic George Clinton. He uses that quite a lot, and it distorts your voice. It's like basically a new version of that is like autotune. A lot of singers use autotune while they sing. It kind of makes this robot-y sound. Some of it is done really well. Some of it is terrible. This is like some kind of version of that. It still sounds kind of like a guitar. Left and right split. Okay, so I was totally wrong. It's not a guy's voice. It is a guitar. It's a guitar that's an effect been put on it. That's really cool. Ever-present pianos. That is a fantastic start to this thing. Wow. Okay, where am I gonna put this thing? So let's take this away. Okay, so here we go. I'll rank the track. It's clearly an A or a B. It's an A or a B for sure. This is one of the best tracks, if not the best track I've heard so far on this series. Love the groove, love how the vibes of the track, the energy of the track was very have fun, get drunk, enjoy yourself kind of vibe to it. Great musicianship. I was saying it sounded like Stevie Ray Vaughan. I couldn't believe the distortion that they put on that guitar. It sounded like a talk vocal, that George Clinton style, but it wasn't. It was a guitar. with all of that in mind, let's go A tier. Let's go A tier. So this will be, there we go, the first entry into the revamp series. Okay, you guys let me know. I'll be taking a mean of all of a mean or average of all of the entries that you guys tell me. So maybe leave a little description if you'd like as well of what you thought about it, and I can put it onto the next video. Here we go. Let's go into the next track. Okay, here we go. This one is sent in by Callum, who has been very generous recently. He's been gave me a bunch of tracks to listen to so far. So here we go. This is Bluebird by Buffalo Springfield. I don't know much about this guy here. Curious to hear what this sounds like. Here we go.
Listen to my bluebird laugh. She can't tell you why. Deep within her heart, you see, she knows all the crying, just crying.
Very psychedelic guitars that come in all of a sudden, abruptly even. Very psychedelic.
Yeah. There she sits, a lofty perch, strangest color blue. Lying is forgotten now, thinks only of you, just you. Oh, so get all those.
Very interesting mix of music. It sounds squarely like it's from the 70s for sure. Definitely inspired, or late 60s at least, and is definitely inspired by like the psychedelic sounds of that time. A lot of it. The main guitar, the Eastern sounding guitar too.
Those blues must be 1,000 years, and each is differently used. You just know. You sit there mesmerized by the depth of her eyes. If you could categorize, she got soul, she got soul, she got soul, she got soul. Do you think she loves you? Do you think at all?
Interesting that I hear the Beach Boys influence come up in this. So I often speak about how the Beach Boys aren't for me, but I understand how influential they are. This definitely sounds like it's got a touch of Pet Sounds in it. Big drum part. Interesting instrumental break. Oh. Very trippy song. Switched into like a country track. Okay. Totally hear the influence of the time on this track. So I just looked it up. It's 67 when it was made. This is around the time of Pet Sounds. This is around the time of A Day in the Life. You can totally hear the impact that that track, those two songs, those styles had on a song like this, where you have a break and then a completely different sound coming in. So like Good Vibrations had that, right? It had a totally different sound come in. A Day in the Life had that. It has a section in the middle that sounds like a different song. So you have the same thing here, and it's got a similar vibe to it too, in terms of the sound of it.
This is her own reverse of a bath of tears and go home.
Yeah, it sounds like a country track.
And go home.
Banjo. Very, very, very interesting song. Okay. So let's do the same thing. Let's see where I'll rate this thing. Here we go. Okay, what I'm thinking at the moment, I found the song to be interesting, but I don't know if it's super listenable for me. Like, would I go back and listen to that track at any point? And the truth is, I don't think so. I don't think it's my cup of tea. Musically, I thought it had a very cool psychedelic sound to it, especially in the beginning with those psychedelic instruments being introduced. But if I'm being honest, just totally honest, I think the track goes not my cup of tea. Now, in terms of what the song means, I think when he said the Bluebird or blues, I took it as to mean the genre of music. The blues she's got soul, meaning the blues has soul. They're making a version of the blues in this track. That's what I took it as, at least. But it's going to be super interesting to try out this new format. Tell me what you guys thought of the track. Give it one of the ratings. Not my cup of tea. Maybe you thought it was an S tier. Maybe you thought it was a B tier. I'll take an average of all of that and try and put it on its own ranking, and we can compare it in the next episode. And lastly, if you would like to have one of your songs ranked by the community and myself in one of these videos, then you can always use the PayPal link down below. Just leave a message about what song you'd like us to listen to, and your song will probably be included in one of these videos, as long as it's not a super popular song that would usually go into the main videos that I do. Like if you have a Led Zeppelin track you want me to listen to, it's probably going to be a main video. But if it's a little bit different, then I'll put it in one of these videos, and it also helps contribute and keep the channel running. So yeah, would be very much appreciated. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.